Some of you have asked me to propose them some activities of the back exam. And as I've started from the beginning, I was giving you just rules and sentences and examples. And today we are trying to see a summary of what we have seen through authentic tasks or exercises or activities of the back exam. Now, let's start with the first one. In the back exam, in the text exploration, you have complete the chart. Now, the chart is the table. So they give you a chart. They give you a chart and ask you to complete the chart according to what they give you in the table. Now, for example, here they give you a noun and ask you to write the verb and to write the adjective. Here they give you the verb and they ask you to write the adjective and to write the noun. So let's see now a kind of exercise and see how to go through this kind of exercise. Now, this is called an exercise of morphology. Now, in this exercise, if you don't know the word, you can do nothing. It means there's no way to think or to spend time. It means if you don't understand or if you don't find the words, just leave this exercise and go to another one which you can do. Don't stay in one task till you lose time. No. Move on. It means if you find that a task is difficult, stop, let it, and go to something else that you can do. Now, look, distinction. Now, distinction as a noun, what is the verb of distinction? Now, if you don't know it, this is the problem with this exercise. You must have seen this before. You must have read this before. So, distinction as a noun, the verb is, look, is to look, distinguish. It's to distinguish. So there's no relation between this and this. Look, guish here, this distinguish and distinction. There's no, you can't know the word. If you don't know, so you can't know the word. It means you must have seen this before. So the verb is the noun is distinction. The verb is to distinguish, and the adjective is distinctive. Okay? Or I know this because I'm a teacher and I have read this and I'm using all these words many times. But if you do not read, if you do not come across these words into a text or look at them on the dictionary, you can't know these words. So my advice is that you read the maximum of text and the maximum of words in your units and check them into the dictionary. Now, every time you meet a word, take it and go to the dictionary and see what is the noun of this word, what is the verb of this word, and make a list of these words and practice them. So, distinction, to distinguish, distinctive. Now, to explore, verb, to explore. Now, for the verb, it's something else. Now, for the verbs, if I give you the verb and ask you to write the noun, there is a very easy rule. If you have a verb and they ask you to give a noun, you just put ing to the verb. Look, here, exploration, you can say exploring. If you don't know, suppose you don't know what is the noun of explore. So, the noun of explore is exploration. Exploration. Now, if you don't know, so just write the verb as it is and add ing, but drop this e because e and I do not meet. So you just drop the e and write explore. Now, the noun is exploration. So if you know that it is exploration and you are sure, write it. If you are not sure, just do this way, exploring, and you get the mark of this exercise. Now, for example, this, to revolve. I'm sure that many of you do not know this word, to revolve, this verb. So, if you don't know, what do? Look, you write revolve, you take this e, revolving. This is a noun. This is a noun. Revolve. Revolve. Now, the noun of this one is revolution. Because I know the word. Because I came across this word before. But you didn't. So, but never give two answers on one task. It means you either write to revolve revolving or revolution, but never two answers, because you will have a zero for them. So the noun is, so because you don't know revolve, so just take the right revolving and you get the mark of this task. Now, to exploring, and the adjective is, for example, explored. Many verbs, when you write them in the past participle, they become an adjective. So you can say explore, because you don't know what is the adjective of this word. And it can be explorable. Something you can explore is explorable. Now, to revolve, so the adjective is revolved. Revolved or revolving. But never write two answers. You either write revolved or revolving. Revolving. It's a revolving body. It goes revolve. It means go around, to revolve. So remember, we say Earth revolves around the sun. It revolves. It means it goes around the sun. So you either write revolve or write revolving, but never the two at the same time, because you have a zero for this. So this is one example of the task that you can have in the back exam. Now there's another task that is in your back exam, which is rewrite sentence B so that it means the same as A. Now, from the beginning, I was telling to you that do not spend too much time on grammar, because in the back exam you will have a maximum 1 point, maximum a point and a half. So you may spend 10 or 20 hours studying the passive voice, studying the report speech, studying the if clause, studying the wish clause. But at the end, in the back exam, you may have just half point for this. So, if you want to waste your time revising, read text, write paragraphs, make examples, but do not take too much of your time reading about grammar, because it is not, it doesn't have a very high mark in the back exam. Now, astronomers are studying the space. Astronomers are studying the space, and they start on B, and they give you on B. Look, they give you the space. Now, what do you understand from this? If you find a sentence and you find that the B starts with the last word of the sentence, you will understand that they are asking you to put the sentence either in the passive or in the active. So here a sentence, astronomers are studying, so it is in the active, because we said in the passive, if you have word are, there must be ed, or must be past participle to have the passive. But here there is an ing after are, so it is active. Now, are studying. We have seen this in ethics in business. We have seen that when you have what present continuous. So remember, we said always there's the direct object plus to be. Now to be here is are studying. So to be the space. Now we can say the space are. The space is being. Now you conjugate to be in the form of the verb. We can't say the space are. The space is. Now is being, because are studying is being what? Studied, the past participle. Studied by astronomers. I know that it is sometimes too complicated to do, but this is the rule. So if you know really the rule, you can find the task. So if you have learned the rules of the passive, you will understand why it is being and not something else. Now, he said we need to know the space and close. Now, you've got two dots, you've got the inverted commas here, inverted commas at the end of the sentence here. So it means that this sentence is in the direct speech. I'm asking you to put it in the indirect or reported speech. So, they write he reported, because sometimes we can change the verb. He said, He said directly. No, when we report, say he reported. No, reported here is in the past, which means that we must change the tense of this verb. So he reported. No, he said we. He said we. No, say he said that they. We becomes they. So he reported that they. No, they. Then, now the verb here, we need. Need is in the present. We said that when the verb is in the present in the direct speech, automatically it is in the simple past in the indirect speech. So because we have not reported, so that they needed what? To know what? We don't change this there. Why? Because after, when you have got two verbs, two succeeding verbs, the first is conjugated, but the second one is put into the infinitive. So that they needed to know the space. So he reported that they needed to know the space. So this is for the passive, this is for the direct and indirect speech. Now let's see. Now this one, astronomy is a useful science. Astrology is not. It's not a useful science. As I told you, that astrology is not a good science to learn. It's something that is useless. That is something that is interfering with the will of Allah. Nobody knows what is happening in the future. Nobody. But just Allah. So, astrology is a useless science. Now, we've got two sentences here. Astronomy is a useful science. Full stop. Astrology is a useless science. It's a very good sentence. But I told you that we can write better than this sentence. Now they propose you and like. So remember and like? And like. So what do? We just use the subject. The subject of this. You either use the subject or this one. So let's use this one. So and like astrology, for example, you can use either this one or this one. Now let's use this one. And like, look, and like astrology. Now, capital A, because it's a proper noun of the science. So, unlike astrology, comma, we are not going to use this part. Astronomy is a useful science. Look, astronomy is a useful science. And write astronomy capital A because it's a proper name of a discipline. So, unlike astronomy, comma, astrology is useless. Unlike astrology, astronomy is a useful science. So remember, after unlike, you just use the subject of the sentence, and you avoid all what is written after. They put a comma, then write the second sentence. Now, we discover the space, we get more knowledge. And they propose you unless. Remember, I've seen unless before. So, we said that unless is the if clause, but the if clause which requires a negative main clause. Look, when you use unless, there's a rule. After unless, you write the present. Now, the second sentence must be in the form of will plus stem. And with unless, it is will not plus 10. This is the rule I've seen before. So, unless we discover the space, comma, unless we discover the space, we let's say what? We will not. We will not get more knowledge. This is the form of unless. So, unless we discover the space, comma, we will not get. Remember, if I am a teacher, I will explain to you. You can't say if I'm a teacher, I explain. No, if I'm a teacher, I will explain to you. Because I'm not a teacher, for example. For example, if I'm a pupil, I will revise my lessons. I'm not a pupil, I'm a teacher. So, if I am a teacher, pupil, I will revise. The first sentence, if plus present. Second one is will plus stem. But with unless, no. Unless I am a pupil, I will not revise my lesson because I have no lessons to revise. Because I'm a teacher. I revise something else, but not the lessons for you as we have in the exam. I don't have an exam, a bad exam to get, to pass. Yes? So, unless plus not. Now let's see the next one. Some people respect values. In our society, not all the people respect values, but some people respect values. And you have got in the B, we require. Require, it means we ask, we need, we put it as a condition. So we require all. So we require all. All is the opposite of some. Some is few, all is more. So we require all. What? Not all some, not all some. All is a quantifier, some is a quantifier. So we can't put two quantifiers. So we avoid this now because we have got all. So we require all. All what? All people. Now, remember, we have got in the sentence we, subject, require verb. So we cannot add another verb conjugated in the sentence. And the rule says when there is another verb in the sentence with the first one and it is the same subject, we require the all people what? We require all people to respect values. To respect values. Why? Because we are required and we have got the first verb. So we cannot put a first verb conjugated and the second verb conjugated. The second verb must be put into the infinitive form because two verbs are succeeding and the second one is put into the infinitive form of the verb. The same as in French. Now, this is concerning this, and I told you and repeat to you that it is a long exercise. In the back exam, you have just maximum 4, maximum. But this year, inshallah, you just have 1 or 2. 2 maximum of these, the 2 sentences. Now, let's see now the last task. Underline the stressed syllable. This is one of the tasks you have in the back exam. Now, there are some tasks in the back exam that you can be sure they are. For example, classify the following words according to the pronunciation of final ED or final S. Underline the stress. These are, be sure you will have one of these exercises in the back exam. Now, for the stress there are some rules, and I have spoken about these rules in many of the past videos. If you want to know the rules, go to the ones in which I explain to you the stress form. Now, look, the word astronomy. 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 4 syllables. Astronomy. 4 syllables. The rule says, if the word is a long one, it means it's not 1 syllable, it is not 2 syllables. It's 3, 4, 5 syllables. If it is a noun or it is a verb, you put the stress on the first syllable here. Why? Because astronomy is a noun. Astronomy is a noun. So you write the stress on the first one. This is the rule. If it is a noun or it is a verb and it is not 1 or 2, it is 3, 4, 5 syllables. It's a long word. Astronomy, 4 syllables. So you put the stress on the first word. If it is a noun or it is a verb. But if it is an adjective, there are other rules. Now the second one, geology. Here geology. 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 4 syllables. Now, but here there's a rule. All the words which finish with the GY, TY, CY, PHY. I've spoken about these into the video about stress. So when you find the word finishing with GY, CY, PHY, TY, what do? You count 1, 2, 3, and you put the stress. It's not geology, it's geology. 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 Oh. So you count 1, 2, 3. It's geology. Geology. Not geology. It's geology. It's now let's for example take the word philosophy. 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 1, 2, 3. So it's on law. Philosophy. Philosophy. It's rule. P-H-Y-C-Y. T-Y, G-Y. It's geology. Not it's geology, it's geology. Geology. O. Stress on O. Now the second one. Revolve. Revolve. How many syllables are there in this word? Revolve. Not revolver. No. Because E at the end is silent. It's not counted. So it's revolve. Remember revolve. So you know it's good to go wrong. Now the rule says when you have got a verb of 2 syllables, like begin, revolve, infer. So what do? You write the stress on the second. So where is the second? It's here. Because all this is second one. So it's revolve. It's not revolve, it's revolve. Revolve. Revolve around the sun. You say Earth revolves around the sun. Revolves. Oh. Now, inventive. Now, the word inventive is inventive. 3. Inventive. Now, 3. But it is not a noun and it is not a verb. It's an adjective. Now, for the adjective, there is a rule. Now, if the adjective finishes with words, it's inventive. No. Let's go. Revolve. No. Let's cosmetics first. Cosmetics. Now, this word cosmetics finishes with an ICS. ICS. And I've given you the rules of these words. So if the word finishes with an ICS, you count 1, 2, and you put the stress on the second here. You count 1, 2, and you put the stress. It's cosmetics. Not cosmetics, it's cosmetics. Cosmetics. Statistics. Phonetics. So this is the rule. When it finishes with an ICS, you count 1, 2. The same for the words which finish with an IVE. So you count inventive. 3. Inventive. 3 syllables. So inventive is an adjective. The same as I know cosmetics is a noun, but because it has ICS, it has got a rule. Now, inventive is an adjective. So, and the rule says when it finishes with an IVE, you say 1, 2. So look, this is 1, and this is 2. So it is here. So it's inventive. Inventive. Not inventive, not inventive, it's inventive. The stress is on on the, like this. And the line inventive. Now the word community. Remember, community. Community is a noun. Community. 4. So remember with the word with us, with geology. So we said T-Y, P-H-Y, C-Y, G-Y. So community finishes with the T-Y. So 1, 2, 3. You count from the end. 1, 2, 3. And when you have got 2 syllables like this, community, you should write here, the beginning. Community like this. And you underline the It's community. Community. Not community, not community, it's community. Community, and you underline mu. The stress is on. So when you've got a double M, or a double S, or a double L, or a double N, you start with the first one. Don't put it in the middle, put it in the beginning, in the first one. Community on the first M. You put the stress because commu, the syllable starts with munity. Now let's go. Smashed. How many syllables do you think they have? Smashed. Listen to it. Smashed. Smashed. It's one syllable. Smashed. Not smashed. It's smashed. One syllable. So automatically, if it's one syllable, it's here. So, and all this is one syllable. All this word is one syllable. Smashed. S-M-A-S-H-E-D. 7 words, 7 letters, but at the same time, it's one syllable. So smashed. So all this is underlined as one. But suppose you have got, look, suppose you got smashes. Now look at the word smashes. Smashes. Now let's go. Education. 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 Now education is a noun. Education. 4. Now the rule says when the word finishes with an I-C-S or I-V-E. or I or N, you count 1, 2, 1, 2. So here it's education, education, education. The last one, periodical, 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 4 syllables. So the rule says when the word finishes with a GY, TY, or C call or equal, you count 3. Look, 1, 2, 3. Periodical, because 1 call, D real. So periodical, periodical. So this is concerning the stress. So I have tried to give you some activities from which we have extracted some rules and make a revision about some of the notions we have seen. Thank you very much.